isolated, alone. But we would be together, but somehow we stayed on our sofa. It's time to come alive and live life together. See beauty again. Fellowship. Life. We were meant to be together and not alone. Together again, life groups. Coming to you soon.
Thank you, Tim. We all know what an impact that COVID had on the church, meeting corporately like this, and we also know the impact it's had upon us individually. But the time has come that we've got to start moving past that. Obviously, we've been meeting corporately for a while, and now it's time to get back to the one thing that Christ really wanted people to enjoy, and that was each other's company, living life together and doing it in small groups, or as they're called here, life groups. And so what we want to do is we want to start up life groups in February. They're going to run for 8 weeks. They'll start in the first week of February. And they're going to be a little different because of all that we've gone through. It's really important for us to kind of start at the beginning. And so these life groups aren't going to have a curriculum. They're not going to have a study. If you'd like to have a Bible study, or you'd like to have a special project you'd like to have a group work on, you're more than welcome. But the idea is just to get together. So this can be anything. If you've got a group that wants to go bowling once a week, or you want to get together and play cards, you want to just go have coffee, you can do it by age. It can be you can do it by couples. You can do it any way you want. We want these groups to develop organically. That from you and 2 or 3 other people. Now, we do have a couple of stipulations. First of all, a group should have at least 2. We don't want to get into any personality issues, but you should have at least 2, maybe 3. And really what we want you to do is we want you to pledge that, we're going to get together. We'd like to do it regularly, do it once a week for 8 weeks. That's not very long, from February to March. And we know that in February you can get some bad weather and you may not be able to meet every week. But the opportunity just to get together and start to enjoy fellowship and start to enjoy life together. And so that's really important. So any interest you may have, it may be an interest or just maybe a group of people that are sitting right around you right now. Could be geographically. You could live in Bramwell and say, well, there's 3 or 4 of us there. We're going to get together once a week, and we're going to rotate around among houses. Now, every group we don't really have a leader. Every group is going to have a host. So we need a host, someone to step forward and say, I've got a group, and I'm going to be a host. But there's not going to be any massive, matter of fact, we're going to have training for hosts right now. Right now. When you get your group together and you're the host, this is what you've got to do. You've got to look at them and you got to say, hi, how's it going? That's your training. So let's do it all right now, all together, really. 1, 2, 3, hi, how's it going? Look at the hosts we got. You said we'd have trouble getting hosts. We've got hosts everywhere because that's all really living life together is being concerned and being empathetic toward other people and showing love to each one of them. So now you're sitting there, and I know what you're saying. You're saying, gee, Robin, this sounds like fun. What do I do next? Well, the first thing we want to do over the next 3 weeks is we want to put these groups together. And, you can have an open group, which, like 2 of us are going to get together at Dolly's Diner on Wednesday morning at 8 o'clock. And if you'd like to join us for coffee, you can join us. You also may end up having kind of a closed group in which there's 4 or 5 of you that live in the same neighborhood, and you kind of want to get started there. And I think this might be especially attractive for the people that are worshiping at home because, yes, there's a lot of people that have been, they're still a little nervous about getting out and getting into a crowd, and this would be an opportunity for them to get out of the house and actually go and just meet with 2 or 3 people and enjoy each other's company. I'm going to be out back afterwards. I'll be out in the lobby if you have any questions. But what we want to do right now is we want to get people to start putting groups together. And like I said, it can be 2, 3. It can be 10. Usually you don't go more than 10 or a dozen. And so if you think about it, you got a few of your friends, and all you got to do is pledge to meet once a week for 8 weeks, and see if we can't start living life together. You know, folks, Christians we're wired to be social. We're wired to spend time with other Christians, and this is the opportunity. It's time for us to get back to that. So our goal, I'd like to have 20 groups with 100 participants. And I think we can do that. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Robin.